It is exactly 7:15, 93.7 B93. Guys, thank you so much for being here for this. My Facebook and my Twitter is going crazy, and I thank you for your interest in what I'm about to say. I've never done anything quite like this before, so I'm really not sure how to begin. I guess I'll just go for it here. Someone that we all know and love is in trouble, and I think you would want to know. And I think that the time has come to let you in on our little secret here at B93. Our own Dave CONRAD has polycystic kidney disease. Now, this is a condition where the kidney or kidneys are covered with polyps, or cysts actually. And oftentimes people can live full normal lives with this condition with few problems or setbacks. In Conrad's case, that changed dramatically a few years ago when, as you might remember, he was out helping us raise money for the B93 Roofs It for Kids. He was riding in a motorcycle sidecar when he was T-boned at an intersection. The force of that collision was so fierce that, along with a crushed ankle and broken bones and internal injuries and bleeding, these kidney cysts that I told you about burst. They just exploded from the force of the impact. So essentially he was poisoned from the inside. As a result, and what you don't know, he has spent the last 2 years in dialysis. I didn't know anything about that before all this happened, but I can tell you something. This is no picnic. He was placed on the state's kidney transplant list. He gets up very early in the morning and begins his dialysis at 5:30. He finishes around 11. After the treatment, which is not pleasant and can be painful, he and every other patient is so utterly exhausted that it often takes several hours to regain enough strength to get up off the bed. Then what does CONRAD do? He comes to work. I don't know how he does it. I listen every day, and it's the same CONRAD. You'd never know that there was anything wrong. I mean, I get a sliver, and I'm down for the count. CONRAD is like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going and going. If I had $1 for every person that walked up to me and started a conversation with the words, "Hi Neil, I'm a friend of Conrad's," I would be happily retired and living on my own island somewhere near Fiji. You know what I'm talking about. You spent your afternoons with CONRAD every day for almost 18 years now, from the very beginning. In that time, many lifelong friendships have been forged. You know, we all yuck it up on the air here, and we play country music for you, and we plan concerts and stuff like that. That's what we do. But that's not who we are. We have all attended more birthdays and anniversaries and weddings and funerals than we can count, because that's what friends do. We have a very special relationship with you that each of us here at B93 cherishes. And that's why I feel comfortable talking to you right now, even though what I am about to do is an incredible invasion of a person's privacy. CONRAD is not one to bring attention to himself. As a matter of fact, yesterday, knowing that he was going to be the subject of my conversation with you this morning, he was so upset that he was physically ill, and the boss sent him home. Conrad is always doing for others. Over the years, he's done so much for so many and would never ask for anything for himself, so I am going to. Because I have witnessed your indescribable generosity for years from a rooftop. As I mentioned earlier, CONRAD has been on the transplant list for a long time. There are approximately 2,500 other Michigan folks who are in line ahead of him. Our friend Conrad needs a kidney. There is no movement on that list. There are no organs, and we see no light at the end of the tunnel. I want to get our friend a kidney. This kind and selfless man deserves the chance to see his sons grow up and watch them get married and have children of their own. I'm not asking for the world, just a kidney. A few of us here at B93 are creating Team CONRAD. More details on this to come. Please watch and listen for it and join us. And there are many simple ways to help without organ donation. I mean, think it over. Don't rush to a decision. Talk it over with your family. Step one is to talk to your doctor. You must be in reasonably good health and not obese or diabetic. I know it's asking a lot. But I don't know where else to turn. We want to keep our Conrad. Now, I've coaxed him into coming on with us tomorrow morning to talk about his plans for helping the other 940,000 Michigan adults who have chronic kidney disease. It's National Kidney Day. CONRAD has been working tirelessly with the National Kidney Foundation to put together a walk to help others with the disease and to inspire testing programs and organ donation and to get people to check the backs of their driver's licenses to be organ donors. And Dave and Susan Conrad are some of our closest friends, and they're always so up and so positive and so thoughtful and caring and helpful to others, and you'd never again know that anything was wrong unless, as someone who knows them well, you can see that shadow of doubt, that uncertainty, and they're scared. And so are we. And that's all I wanted you to know. I hope you don't feel that this was inappropriate, but I didn't know what else to do. The bottom line is this. There is someone listening right now to what I'm saying. Who could give Conrad a kidney? Possibly save his life. I thank you for this time. Please think about it. It's 7:24 at B93.